Okay, so the recording has started. So good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be on this training. I know that it's not something that we all have to do. Like you guys could all be doing a Mother's Day brunch, tanning outside, going to the beach, whatever it is. So thank you for taking the time to better your business and to learn from me. So we're just going to go really basic into product knowledge. Pretty much all of our products are vegan slash plant-based. It means the same thing. They are cruelty-free, Leaping Bunny approved, dermatologist tested. They're safe for color treated hair, and they're safe to use on extensions. That is all of our products. They're all safe to use on extensions. They're all safe for color treated hair. I actually forgot to put that they're naturally based here, but we know they're naturally based. I'll add it. Um, and of course, we went over this with the science training. We say no to all of these harmful ingredients, and this is very common in drugstore products. And not when I say drugstore products, I also mean like professional salon products. Like pretty much anything on the market that's not Monat has this. And if not all of them, like even the cleaner brands usually have at least one. Like the phenyloxyl ethanol is so common, like even the vegan super clean brands still have this as a preservative. And that's the one that is found in human cadavers that we went over. So it's linked to male infertility, female infertility, breast cancer, fetal issues, like horrible. I can't believe that this is in our products. So our pretty much our basic ingredient in every product is our Rejuvenique oil intensive. It's infused in not every single one of our products, but I would say over 90%. You're gonna see here, I put like our basic patented ingredients in every slide so you know what's in every product. But also I'm gonna make a separate PowerPoint about it. I won't do a training on it most likely. And if I do a training, it will be on a weekday. So like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So we have those 4 patented ingredients that I went over with you guys, but we also do have about like, I would say like 10 other patented ingredients that you're going to see here. But the whole thing is like those 4, Procataline, Capixyl, Crotasorb, and Rejuvenique, those are like in all of our products for the most part. And then these other like 8 to 10 patented ingredients, they're only found in like 1 to 2 other products. So like it's only in the Moxie Mousse or it's only in the Sculpting Taffy. So I am going to put like a little PowerPoint together going more in detail with those ingredients for you guys to have. So just so you know, for this PowerPoint, I'm kind of just going to tell you if it's in it or if it's not and why it's in it, like why it helps the product perform, I guess. So Rejuvenique oil, a blend of 13 essential oils. What's so important about these essential oils is that they are proven to be compatible with the skin and the scalp, because remember, it's very exclusive. The skin is very exclusive with what it allows to penetrate and absorb into the layer of the skin. So some of the examples of the oils are meadowfoam seed oil, tomato seed oil, carrot seed oil, lemon and lime seed oil, bergamot fruit oil, coconut oil, moringa oil, gardenia, which is where it gets that nice smell. Our oil kind of smells like, if people ask what it smells like, for me personally, it's the lemon and the gardenia that I smell the most. Maybe you guys smell something different. And then the sunflower seed oils, and it has 101 uses, which if you guys don't know, on the Google Drive under resource, no, not under resource library, under product info sheets, I have a list of 101 uses for the Rejuvenique oil. And then we also have Rejuvenique Light. So Rejuvenique oil has been with Monat for the entirety of the company. Rejuvenique Light was released, I want to say 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So it is relatively new to the company. And it's honestly just a lightweight version of our formula. It has the exact same oils. The only difference, what makes it light, is the amount of Rejuvenique. So it has pretty much the same ingredients. Like it's not like it changed the ingredients for sensitive skin or anything. But when you are recommending the skincare, and I'll go over this again when we do our skincare training, and I think next week or the weekend after, if you are like, so I like to put Rejuvenique oil on my moisturizer. If you have dry skin, it's better to use regular Rejuvenique, but if you have the oily, the combination, so you're using the balanced, you want to use the Rejuvenique Light. because it's a little lighter, not as oil based, obviously. So if they have an oily skin, you still want to give them that hydration without causing too much oil production. And you can also add it to your masks. You can add it to your conditioners. So like, I know my dad, he has super sensitive scalp and he uses the black with IRT conditioner. And he always, like when he gets a new bottle, he'll put like 5 extra drops of Rejuvenique oil and just shake it up. So I know that a few people do that. So how I kind of divided the products was by needs. So when someone says, I need hydration, I need moisture, these are the products you're going to want to recommend. I did it for frizz, volume, and stuff like that. So hopefully it was like, I didn't know how to organize the PowerPoint. I was like, should I do shampoos and then conditioners and then styling products, or should I do this and that? So I was like, I'm just going to go by like hair needs, because I feel like it helps us understand what the products do better. So these are for hydration. So Renew shampoo, this is our OG original gangster shampoo. It is the first shampoo Monat released, and it is ideal for thick and dry hair. Typically it's dry and damaged from color, and it needs that extra hydration. My sister actually just called me last night and was like, hey, I think I want to switch to Renew, because she was using Revive and Revitalize, but she just got highlights. And she's like, I don't know why these highlights feel drier than the rest of the strands. So she's switching to that. And so this is a great example of like someone kind of needing that hydration from the damage of color. It's very gentle. It's not a harsh shampoo like our Intense Repair is a little harsher, our black is a little harsher. Renew is very gentle. And by the way, guys, I am going to post this PowerPoint like 100%. I will be posting it today in PDF format on the Google Drive. So I know there's a lot of words on here. But I promise you have my 100% commitment that I will be posting this. It helps boost hair growth and improve follicle strength. So people do use this when they're thinning as well. So I would say our 3 products for thinning our 3 shampoos for thinning are Black, Renew, and Intense Repair. One second. Okay. And then, so of course, as you guys can see, it is made with our 4 patented ingredients: Rejuvenique, Capixo, Procataline, and Crotasorb. Then another thing for hydration is Replenish Mask. Replenish Mask actually adds a lot of volume as well and boosts that natural hair growth. So Renew and Replenish are both going to do that. Sorry, I keep, like, every time I pause, it's because I'm admitting someone into the room, guys. Sorry. And it's how it also like does that is it's like it gives the volume, because not only does it boost natural hair growth, but it's going to improve your follicle strength, which is going to prevent that breakage that we often have during styling or the styling phase of your hair routine. And it also is infused with a ton of essential nutrients that our scalp needs. So it's just going to promote that healthy scalp environment to have long-term, like, good results with the hair growth, with the volume, manageability. This is honestly, I feel like, the best mask to give in hair samples, because it's just very universal. It does pretty much everything. It's like, and since it's not for oily hair and it's not for dry hair, it's kind of universal for everyone. And then it like does the hair growth, it does the volume, it does the silky smoothness. So it kind of is like a very balanced hair mask, I guess you can say. And again, it has our 4 patented ingredients: Rejuvenique, Capixo, Procataline, and Crotasorb. Then we have Advanced Hydration. And this is just for like pretty much ultra dry hair. It's ideal also for damaged and dry hair, but more specifically thin to medium hair. So if they have thicker hair, you're probably going to want to go with just regular hydration. And if they have thinner hair, the Advanced Hydration. And it's going to just improve, again, it's going to improve the follicle strength. So that elasticity is what gives us that bounce. You know, it's crazy. I mean, I'm sure our curly girl hair, like Katrina, like they can tell you that like sometimes their curls are so parched that if they were to like pull it down, it doesn't really have that spring up effect. It doesn't have that bounce. So we want to provide that elasticity, that hydration to the hair, so that it is just more manageable and it has that body and that bounce. Um, and it also leaves the hair soft and shiny.
Alex,
Yes.
sorry, I was just gonna say that for thicker hair, probably Super Nourish, no?
Well, so yeah, this is thin to medium, and then so it's thin is like super thin is Renew, thin to
Hmm.
medium is Advanced Hydrating, and then super thick is Super Nourish.
Okay.
Well, actually, Super Nourish, they say it's for thin hair too, but I personally have thin hair, and like, oh my God, I had to wash my hair like an hour after washing it with
Yeah.
Super
I feel like
Nourish.
it's too oily for thin hair.
I agree. So yeah, that's why I say like thin to medium for advanced hydrating, and then super thick we want with the Super Nourish. And same for dry. Like when people reply dry in all caps, but then the rest of their hair quiz is in lowercase, that means they're like really trying to tell you that their hair is dry and you want to go towards Super Nourish. And I know we kind of forget about Super Nourish because it is our newest shampoo and conditioner. So that's why it's so good to send hair quizzes on the chat. Like I love the chat because even I get stuck in my ways. Like we get used to the products that we see all the time, the products that we're personally using. So it's nice to get everyone's perspective. Um, and so this actually has Rejuvenique S, which I'll be going into the difference of Rejuvenique and Rejuvenique S later. And then it has Patch H2O, which is essentially like a uber hydration, like moisture magnet. It has Fission Cara Veg 18, which is like a vegan keratin. And then it has Capixo, Crotasorb, and Procatalyne. Then for our Restore Leave-In, oh, I'm sorry, the Restore Leave-In was supposed to be with regular hydration. I was wondering where the slide went. I could tell there was one missing. I think I mixed up the order. But so this is to tame frizz and flyaways. It protects against UV rays and it boosts that natural hair growth and improves the follicle strength as well. Improving follicle strength is so important because that's what we mean when we say a healthy scalp environment or a prosperous scalp environment. If your hair follicle is everything, that's what's attached to the bloodstream. So if that is not healthy and that is not strong, you're just going to have breakage, thinning, and then eventually you're just going to have dormant hair follicles. And dormant hair follicles are when you literally just see like those shiny bald patches. Like people who don't grow any hair, their hair follicles are dormant. So that's why we like continuously reiterate the improving the follicle strength, and restore essential nutrients to the scalp. And those essential nutrients, those are in the essential oil. So like turmeric oil, like everyone knows that turmeric and ginger and sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds and papaya seeds, like everyone knows those are good for you in your diet. Same thing with your scalp. So that's why we have those fruit and seed oils in our products. Then we have the Advanced Hydrating Conditioner, which is ideal for dry and damaged hair, and again, the thin to medium hair. It doesn't weigh down the hair. And it actually protects the cuticle, which I liked this because not most of our products don't say this in their description. It protects the cuticle and exterior strand against dryness and moisture loss. So a lot of people, when they use the advanced hydrating, myself included, they'll tell you that in the shower it feels like the hair is dry, but then once they get out of the shower it is like soft and silky and smooth. And it's because of this hair cuticle, which is it's protected by the maru seed butter and the babasu kernel oil. And so that's really just putting like a protective layer around your hair, kind of the same way Rejuva beads do. It also has the hyaluronic acid based technology to lock in that moisture, because hyaluronic acid can hold 1,000 times its molecular weight in water. So that means it's not going to let that water just seep through. It's not going to let it just roll off the skin. It's going to absorb it and bring it through the bloodstream. And of course, improve the elasticity to prevent future damage and breakage. Then we have our double action hydrating serum. This is great for the summertime, or if you're like, I have two clients in Colorado, and both of them are like obsessed with this action hydrating serum. We may not notice the difference so much because we are in Florida, but in the drier places, people love these products because it's a leave-in treatment. So it actually is meant to only be used like 3 weeks in a row. So same with our our lash and brow serum. It's a treatment. It's only meant to be used for 3 weeks. and then you're supposed to take some time off and then redo it, and then redo it. And so it's going to maintain optimal hydration. It's going to add that bounce and body, because when hair is parched, when hair is dry, it's very dull, it's very lifeless. So that's why we're all about that hydration and that moisture, because that is what gives the manageability, and that is what gives that body and that bounce. And again, it's light, it's pleasant, it doesn't weigh the hair down. Then we have our Heavenly Hydrating Mask, which is super lightweight. It is a gel cream, and it's for moisture starved hair. So I literally had a VIP yesterday tell me, I just checked in with her. I was like, hey, how are you doing? She's like, everything's perfect. I'm obsessed. She's like, do you have anything for more moisture? And like, she's already using the hydration line. So I was like, okay, I think the Heavenly Hydrating Mask would be perfect. And I sent her all the mask options, like the Heavenly Hydrating versus the Super Nourish. And this is what she wanted. It improves vibrancy, it improves shine. And this is a mask that you're supposed to apply from your roots to your tips. So you can apply it everywhere, and you want to replace it with a conditioner. You don't want to use a conditioner and then put the hair mask in, because it's going to be very oily. So you do want to replace it and use it from the roots to the tips. It also has a very detangling formula. So here says the Fission Caraveg and the ceramide complex. That's protein. And so I mentioned last or 2 trainings ago that when your hair gets very tangled, it means you're lacking protein. So you either need to consume it in your diet or put it on your hair products. So this has proteins in it, and that's why it has a detangling formula. And same with the Fiber Rescue in our Unknot Detangler. It's meant to, I guess, restore the essential nutrients, right? Restore the proteins to the hair so that it is more manageable. It's not as tangled, and it's stronger. Okay, so restructuring, all of the restructuring products actually do have all of these ingredients. So I kind of just put it right here on the page since it's so long. But all of the restructuring line has Fiber Rescue, has the Caraveg 18, has the Pro Vitamin B5, Rejuvenique S. So it doesn't have Rejuvenique, it has Rejuvenique S, Sensovil Sil, Crotasorb, BioRestore, Ceramide Complex, Procatalyne, Maru Seed Butter, and Amino Acid Complex. The amino acids are also delivering that protein. So with the restructuring shampoo, it is ideal for hair that is very damaged and is susceptible to a lot of breakage. So if someone tells you that they have dead ends or breakage or damage, you can even like inquire further. Like the hair quiz doesn't have to end at the hair quiz. You can ask, well, what do you mean by damage? How much do you shed in the shower? How much do you shed when you're styling? How much hair comes out when you take out a ponytail? Do you shed while just walking around your house? Like before Monat, I literally used to shed just walking, my mom, my boyfriend, my dad, everyone was so annoyed that my hair was just always on the floor. And it was because of my protein. I changed my diet and I changed my products, and boom, I like barely shed anymore. I actually did a live the other day, and I was using those like black rubber bands, and I like just pulled it out and I showed my audience. I was like, what the heck? Like I just yanked a rubber band from my hair and not a single hair came out and it's attached to this rubber band. Like I'm mind blown. Like that is not real life. And so it's there to seal, smooth, and protect the cuticle against dryness. It does provide UV protection, which is not just to help obviously with like skin cancer, but to prevent color fade. So this is great. This product overall is great for people with chemically treated hair because of the damage, because of the hydration, and because of the color protection. With the restructuring pre-wash conditioner, this is supposed to be used prior to the shampoo. I personally haven't used the restructuring line because it's just like, I don't feel like for my hair. So I was hoping Michelle is on because I know she's used it, I believe, or if anyone else has used it. Can you guys give us like some feedback as to how it is to wash with the conditioner prior to the shampoo?
That was the first one I started on. Like that was my first ever wash, and I I love that it was conditioner first and then shampoo, because it wasn't like when I tried it the other way around, like it would make your hair kind of knotted. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the conditioner helped to not pull so much, but I did have to follow up with the conditioner again after. So I would do the
Okay.
conditioner, shampoo, and then like a little bit after.
Okay. Do you
But
think for like future clients, we could recommend the pre-wash conditioner, the shampoo, and then the hair mask after?
yeah, like a hair mask or maybe a different conditioner, like if they need intense repair or something like that.
Okay.
I know some people haven't liked how it smells, but I think it's like the coconut in it or something.
It
But
does
I
have
liked it.
coconut.
I mean, I used the whole thing. It lasted me 9 months, so I used the entire thing. But I switched out of it because I didn't really need like the restructuring anymore. But it did definitely help. Like I loved it from the
Yeah, I
start.
mean, your hair is like 10 times longer than I had seen it in
Yeah.
years prior.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's pretty much it. I would definitely just recommend following up with something after.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to add about restructuring?
I just have a quick question, because I was taking notes, so I'm a bit confused. So it's a pre-wash conditioner. So you use this restructuring pre-wash conditioner before you use the shampoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
And then,
pre-shampoo wash, like the pre-wash means like pre-shampoo wash. So you're still doing it in the shower, which I have gotten that question. You're still using it in the shower, but prior to the shampoo. And the reason is because we're assuming that their hair is so damaged that even the shampoo, when we rub your hair together, that's tension, that's
yeah,
friction. And that can damage your hair. I'm honestly super guilty of it. I'm like trying to get better. I was watching Katrina's live and trying to apply my products like she does, because Katrina like combs her products through her hair and I like just rub it. And that's literally just creating split ends. It's like horrible, horrible habit that I have. And so essentially that's what we're assuming with these products, that people have such damaged hair and that it's so friction sensitive that we want to protect it with that conditioning layer, because at a microscopic level, it's going to seal the hair follicle, the cuticle, to protect from that breakage. It's going to resist any breakage that comes from the friction of washing with the shampoo. Does that make sense? Did I explain that right?
yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
No problem. And so also it does have a ton of essential nutrients, like I showed you guys here. Like all of this, I know it sounds a little weird, but this is all infused with essential ingredients. So that's what I'm saying. Like all of these ingredients, I'm going to make a separate PowerPoint, part of like our patented ingredients kind of for you guys, because I don't want to make this super long and I know you guys probably want to know more detail about those. But so when we say like restoring and nourishing from the inside out, it's because of those ingredients that, since they're being absorbed into the follicle, they are quite literally from the inside out, restoring your hair, strengthening it to, I guess, resist breakage and future damage and stuff like that. Then we have the hair transformation mask, which this is all about the hair's architecture. And I love that, like, this is the only product that we really talk about that, but it's going to make the hair fibers much more resilient. And with the structure too, like, so if you have, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, like curly haired girls sometimes sometimes they'll have really curly hair on the exterior, but then like under on the bottom, you can have like those straight strands, and like this will actually help transform it and like define those curls as well. Obviously, if you're using like the Super Nourish with the curl defining cream and the hair transformation mask, like it's just going to improve your texture overall and that resilience. And it's also, of course, delivering those essential hydration and nutrients, and it's going to protect the cuticle without weighing down the hair. And then that, of course, in turn, because of all of that, improves the manageability. Then we have the Interforce Restructuring Serum, which can be used as a daily leave-in intensive treatment. When I do my scalp oil treatments, I always put like 5 or 4 squirts of this serum all on like the ends of my hair. And I feel like that's what gives me my shine more than anything else. Like, I love this serum. For thinner hair, I definitely recommend like only 1 squirt if you're gonna be using it daily. And then if you're actually gonna do a treatment, then like go to the 4 or 5 squirts if you please. But it's going to correct the damage and also prevent future damage. I love that it protects, so it's going to seal the hair follicle to prevent it from being damaged from friction, and also prevents any moisture loss. And in turn, because it's going to seal it from any friction damage, it's just going to increase the resiliency of the hair follicle. It's going to be stronger. The structure is going to have more integrity. So it's not going to be easily as damaged.
So
Yeah, this is,
sorry, restructuring is pretty much just for damaged hair, right? Like extremely damaged hair.
yeah, like I've seen a ton of before and afters on the Monat testimonials page. Like when you see people with blonde hair that once it gets to like their shoulders, it looks like it can't even grow and it like thins out drastically. Like that is because of the breakage. So like they need these products because the reason their hair isn't growing is because it's constantly breaking. So that's why all four of these restructuring products are like so adamant about the architecture of the hair, about sealing the follicle or sealing the cuticle to prevent any damage from friction. So like honestly, after putting this PowerPoint together, I was like, I should probably be using this just because my hair is so friction sensitive. And oh my God, guys, I was talking to my sister last night about my PowerPoint, and I was telling her about how like technique sensitive Monat products are, but I didn't know the word technique sensitive. So I was explaining it, and she's like, oh, in dentistry, we call that technique sensitive. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with that phrase. I'm dying to tell my team. So guys, when people, like when you give the hair wash instructions, I'm going to start saying like, okay, so Monat is very special. It's unlike other products. It's very technique sensitive. So here are the wash instructions. Because I feel like sometimes I send the wash instructions and then they don't read it until after they wash and realize it didn't sud, or after they wash and they're like kind of iffy about it. So I feel like adding that technique sensitive is going to make them like actually read the wash instructions. So I just loved that phrase. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it like got me over the moon. And so what else with this? Oh, this also provides UV protection. So the shampoo and the serum both provide UV protection to prevent that color fade. So again, like this is a great option if you have someone has color treated hair that's damaged. The restructuring line plus like a color enhance for their flagship is like a great way to start them on these products. Okay, now we're going into volume. So we have the Revive shampoo. It's actually the volumizing Revive shampoo. I messed that up. And it is ideal for oily, limp, thin, fine hair. This is like super thin, limp hair. And this is actually a volumizing cleanser. So it's meant to like really provide a deep cleanse to the follicle. So like a lot of people, if you use like a lot of styling products for your thin hair, you're trying to get a lot of volume. Maybe you're using the texturizing spray and the reshape root lifter and the thickening spray. Like this is a great product also because it's going to cleanse the scalp from all that gunk, because even our products that are as clean as they are, you need to remove it. It's like vegan makeup. Vegan makeup can be super great for your skin, but if you never take it off, your skin's going to be damaged. So same thing with these products. You want to rinse out your styling products, and same with like our face routine. Man, I like got a mosquito bite on my chest and now I can't stop itching it. What else? It is going to promote that hair growth as well, because of course, like if someone has thin hair, we don't just want to give them volume at the roots. You want to give them hair growth. And this is a product that it does contract the erector pili muscle. So that muscle that's right under the hair follicle, when it contracts, it gives that extra oomph, that extra volume. This is one of our products, the entire volume line. So the Revive shampoo, Revitalize conditioner, and the Reshape root lifter, and our dry shampoo. It delivers moisture as well. So since oh wait, sorry, I was on the wrong thing. So this is for oily scalp. and it's going to assist with the hair thinning, and it has our 4 patented ingredients. Now the conditioner, it's not good for frizzy hair, and I honestly don't really know why. It doesn't like specify on the product info sheet, but what I would assume is if someone already has frizz, they're trying to smooth and tame, not like add more. So like I'm someone that frizz was like my biggest thing, frizz and oily scalp. So I use smoothing, and like you guys can probably tell, I like the sleek look. Like when I do my hair, I put it super sleek. When I have my hair with these waves, the only thing I do is blow dry the top to like make it sleek. So people with frizzy hair probably just don't like the volume. So I think that's why it says it's not good for frizzy hair. But I don't know, maybe you guys know that it like has some adverse effects and make your hair like crazy curly or something.
So I can actually say really quick, Alex, sorry, I just
Mhm.
wanted to give some feedback on that because that's one that I have used a couple times and I always think I can get away with it because I'm like, my hair's not that crazy curly. But seriously, my hair is so like these underneath parts right here will be so frizzy if I use that when I wear my hair straight. I have to use the transformation mask, and that I have to put the transformation mask on like the mid shaft dab. If I don't, it just does this weird thing where like when they say it creates frizz, have you ever seen those girls that look like they just have so much static in their hair? It's like all the broken pieces will stick out. Any baby hair will not lay flat. But when you use something that's more hydrating, it will. It's so strange. Like it's too light for your hair. It doesn't have enough moisture to where it just does its own thing, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much for that input.
Yeah.
That was really helpful. That's why, guys, please like open forum. You guys are doing great though. Like we have a good pace for the PowerPoint. I think we'll be here just 2 hours and that's it. But so it delivers moisture and the vital nutrients. But again, this is for fine limb hair. So like Chloe said, it's not going to have the same moisture and hydration that our other products do have, because that's not the main point of this product. And it's really ideal for fine and flat hair because it's going to just leave it a little more like tousled and voluminous. And it does have our 4 patented ingredients. Then for density, this is essentially thinning. If someone is thinning, shedding, anything like that, that's density that they want. So we have our Intense Repair shampoo, which is ideal for super oily hair, anyone who washes daily, anyone who says they're looking for growth, anyone who says they're balding, thinning, this is perfect. It has a rosemary mint smell. So I like to warn people about that because one time I had a girl like freak out over the mint. I don't know why. But it has the rosemary mint smell, and honestly it is just for a deep fresh clean. And so I actually have a shaving cream. I have a vegan shaving cream that I was using prior to like ever joining Monat, and it is rosemary mint. And on the back of the bottle, when I was reading it, it says that the rosemary mint is actually like very good for opening up your follicles. So that's why it's such a fresh and deep clean, because it's opening up those follicles larger than what they typically are, so that all of those nutrients can act like be absorbed 10 times better than they already are. So that's why our Intense Repair like line in general performs so well, is because it's going the extra mile. It's not just letting the scalp naturally absorb things, it's like forcing it to absorb things kind of. And so the rosemary and mint combination is what like allows, I guess it's it allows the follicle to expand a little more, to absorb a little more. And then it also provides protection from sun exposure. It has the Capixyl and the Crotasorb, Procataline, and it's just going to restore that natural hair growth. Same with the conditioner. It's really good for thin, damaged hair, frizzy hair. It stimulates the scalp growth as well. And it just like, it conditions, but also protects the scalp health because of our patented ingredients, like the Procataline, that's the pea protein extract. And then we have our Intense Repair treatment. This has won consecutive awards back-to-back years, guys. Like, it's an amazing product. I'm actually like shook with my growth for my baby hairs. I've suffered from baby hairs my whole life. Like when I was younger and headbands were like all the rage. I used to have a headband and like bangs of my baby hairs. Lexi's laughing because she remembers it. It was so bad, guys. So when I joined Monet, I never used the Intense Repair Spray because I honestly, I was like, that's just the way my hair is. I'm going to have these baby hairs for the rest of my life. They're never going to go away. I'm never going to be able to wear a ponytail. I'm never going to be able to do a sleek back bun. And I honestly saw so many testimonials on the Monet hair testimonial page of the baby hairs growing out that I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. And now I'm like just shook with how long everything is. And I'm not even going to show you guys now because it's a waste of time. You've all seen it on my Instagram, or you will see it because I won't stop talking about it. But what powers our Intense Repair Treatment Spray is red clover flower extract. So DHT it's an androgen, it's a male hormone, and it's associated with manly features such as facial hair, back hair, chest hair, and hair on your scalp. So what the red clover leaf extract or red clover flower extract does is it counteracts the formation of DHT, which is what causes you to like not have that masculine hair. And so it's going to promote the hair growth because when it's counteracting the DHT, it's going to allow the hair to grow. And it also reduces scalp inflammation, which a lot of people don't have alopecia. A lot of people just have unhealthy scalp environments. So inflammation is huge with that. I mean, we even know that with our muscles. You need to bring down the inflammation before you can treat anything. So same with this treatment. It's bringing down any inflammation that could be in the scalp that could be contributing to hair thinning. And it has a ton of Capixyl. Yeah. Does anyone have anything to add?
Yeah, I wanted to say too, how you were saying shit. Now I just completely it left my brain.
DHT.
Oh my god. No, how you were saying about shit. I was writing it down. No, about I'll if I think of it, I'll say it. Sorry.
Yeah, say it. Even if we're on the next slide, go ahead and say it. I'll go back to it. So then this is for frizz. So my personal favorites. Oh, I put smoothing. I'm gonna edit my slides, guys. Sorry. Smoothing shampoo, ideal for thin, medium, frizzy hair. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this PowerPoint was such a mess putting together because I was like looking at the product info sheets. I was also looking at Monet Global website. I was looking at any infographics that we had. I was looking at the product cheat sheets. So like, I just wanted to make sure I had all the information possible about the products consolidated into one thing. So I have a ton of typos that I will be fixing before I post it. You remember? What is it? Yeah.
I remembered. It's okay. So just so everybody knows, I'm going to holistic nutrition school. And if anybody wants ammo when somebody says anything about their scalp or their scalp is giving them issues or anything about the health of their scalp, inflammation is like the #1 cause of chronic illness and chronic disease. So if it can cause you inflammation in your body can cause you to have diseases, inflammation on your scalp will 1000% have you like make you have hair issues, whether it's thinning, no matter if it's just dry, if it's super, super oily, whatever it is, 9 times out of 10, people are struggling with inflammation and just don't know it yet. So that's something that's huge. Like use that at like in your arsenal and let them know because we use like a holistic method with our products. It will seriously help to get their scalp to the health that it needs to be to grow the hair that they want. I remember. Sorry.
I love that ad. Thank you. Thank you. I love this open forum that we have. Okay, so smoothing shampoo, it is ideal for thin to medium hair. If someone says they have frizzy hair, automatically you want to start thinking about smoothing. It reduces any of that dry static, the flyaways, any frizz. It also delivers like shine and smoothness. My before and after picture that you guys have seen, it's actually not even a picture, it's a boomerang of me with those little gold hair clips. That was 8 months. Guys, I was such a bad Monet market partner. That was 8 months of me only using smoothing shampoo and conditioner and air dry cream. I did not use any other products my first 8 months, like any other product. Well, Rejuvenique oil, obviously. But I just started using Rejuva-Beads in the summer. Like, I'm shocked at my transformation because it completely took away my split ends. It completely made my hair like just fuller and stronger. And so I'm not talking about this to advocate for smoothing. I'm talking about this to let you guys know that if you see Rejuvenique, Capixo, Procataline, Crotasorb, those are our 4 patented ingredients. That means all of our products help with hair growth. All of our products protect UV damage. All of our products restore essential nutrients. But then who gets down to the nitty gritty? Then they all have like very specific things for the volume, for the frizz, for the whatever. But other than that, they all essentially are going to restore your health. So I just like to say that, because just because someone has split ends doesn't mean they have to do intense repair treatment. Like, they can do restructuring, they can do revive and revitalize, they can do smoothing. So just keep in mind, like, those 4 patented ingredients are so crucial, because like, same with oily scalp. Like, just because you have an oily scalp doesn't mean you have to use black. Like, maybe intense repair is fine because black is super drying and whatnot. So just keep that in mind. It also helps resist humidity longer. And so it just gives you that silky, shiny look for longer. And it does, again, have that cuticle protectant to reduce the frizz, which that's from the amino acid complex. And then, excuse me, the amino acid complex is made from wheat. So it is plant-based, because other products do have like some from like cows and pigs and whales, but ours is from wheat, like beer. So it tames the frizz. Then we have our smoothing deep conditioner. Again, ideal for frizzy hair, but so I don't know why on the product info sheet it says that smoothing shampoos for thin to medium hair and the conditioners for medium to thick. I don't know. I honestly feel like smoothing can be for any, because then it also says it's ideal for all hair types. So it kind of confuses me. I've said it a few times on the WhatsApp when we're like debating hair quizzes. I think smoothing conditioner is for all hair types. Like, because I have super thin hair. I had a lot thinner hair, but when I started, and I think it's fine. So as long, and I even had an oily scalp. So even then, like, unless someone says they have super oily scalp, I think smoothing conditioner is fine for all hair types. Someone else can correct me if I'm wrong. But so I only put on the PowerPoint what it says on the info sheet, because that's official. Like, it's for medium to thick hair, but I think it's fine for thin. It's going to restore softness. It's going to protect from humidity. And it's just going to control that frizz and add that shine. So if someone says they want shinier hair or help with the frizz, you're thinking smoothing. Then we have the Frizz Fix Primer. This is a leave-in pre-styling treatment. So this is one of the first products you want to put in after the shower. You want to put this in before the blowout cream, before the thermal heat protectant, before your air dry cream. So there's a pre-styling treatment that helps control the frizz. It's going to defend against the humidity. It controls frizz for 12 hours. It also just has long-lasting definition. So like, if you use the Frizz Fix Primer and then like the thermal heat protectant to curl your hair, it is going to help keep your curls a little longer. It's going to make your hair more manageable, obviously, because if it's not as frizzy, it's going to not be as tangled, and it's just going to be easier and faster to style and manage. It does have the amino acid complex, again, from the wheat. It has the plant-based silicone alternative, and it has Fixate Plus, which I did add what Fixate Plus was here just because I had the room. It's a superior styling fixative, superior styling fixative that provides exceptional high humidity resistance, weightless, touchable hold.
I wanted to add that I've actually never used this right after the shower. I've only used it on dry hair, but I use very little, like 1 pump or less. And when my hair is styled, like on top, I'll literally put it on my fingers and I'll just go like this and smooth it down and then push it up to the volume so it doesn't make it flat. And it works really well for me personally.
So that was actually something I was going to mention. So thank you for reminding me. I couldn't find it on the product info sheet this time, but I swear that it was there at some point. It's for dry and wet hair, because I've used it on dry hair as well. And I remember I only started using it on my dry hair because I read it somewhere that you can use it on dry hair as well. So keep that in mind. And then also, I've really been struggling with this lately. I don't know if it's, I don't know why. I think it's just because I've been using the products for so long. I'm now like going back to my old ways. The more product you use, the worse it's going to come out. Like when I use blowout cream and I use a quarter amount, I'm going to have to wash my hair that same day. Like if I use a quarter amount of blowout cream, I need to use a pea-sized amount or it's not going to work. And same with the smoothing, if or the smoothing primer. If I use too much, it doesn't work and I need to wash my hair again. So really reiterating how technique sensitive our products are, and less is more. Like you can always apply more afterwards. So start out small. I've like lately been so bad at it. I don't know why. I feel like I'm just going back to drugstore ways. It's horrible. Curls. Katrina, please cut me off anytime. I know nothing about curls. So, Super Nourish Oil Cream Shampoo. This is our newest shampoo, is released in September. It is ideal for thick hair and ultra dry hair. It can be straight, it can be curly, it can be wavy, it can be coily. It just has to be ultra dry and thick. It is a custom created oil blend, so no other like oil cream hair products have this blend of oils. It is coconut fragrance. So again, like you guys know, we don't have any synthetic fragrances. So all of our fragrances are either gardenia oil, lemon seed oil, lavender seed oil, coconut oil. So very naturally based. It's ultra hydrating, it's moisturizing, and it does provide softness, smoothness, and shine. I actually forgot to pull this picture up prior, but I wanted to explain the difference between moisture and hydration, because there is a difference. Let me see, unless one of you guys know it and can say it off the bat, but I'm gonna look for the photo that I have that explains it. Okay, I found it. So, and I'll add this to the PowerPoint before I post it. So hydrating products, they attract and increase the amount of water in the hair. But then moisturizing ingredients, they form a barrier to prevent water from leaving, from evaporating from the hair. So hydrating products attract the water, moisturizing products prevent the water from leaving. So you want to have both. You want to have a mixture of hydrating and moisturizing ingredients. And then nourishing ingredients, which is a Super Nourish, provide nutrition to the hair along with the moisture and hydration. So hydration is attracting water to the hair. Moisture is keeping that water in the hair. And nourishment is attracting the water, keeping the water, and then providing essential nutrients to those hair follicles. So nourishment is kind of a combo of the moisturizing and the hydrating. I'm actually going to send this in the WhatsApp so that I don't forget to add it to the PowerPoint. But this actually, what I'm sending is a PowerPoint slide from Monations. Guys, Monations is so helpful to your business. If you will get training there that you will never get another day in your life. Like you can be a Monat for 20 years and you will never see the presentations that you see at Monations. If you don't have your ticket, I promise you, like, invest in yourself. Like, do this. You're gonna grow so much personally. You're gonna meet best friends for life. Like the girls I met at Monations have become my girls. Like I call them for advice more than I call my upline. Like I go live with them all the time. We do team calls. Like it's amazing the bonds you create, and you get to pick people's brain of how they're working their business. Like my business didn't quadruple the month I came back from Monations for no reason. It was because I was inspired. I had learned a ton, and I finally had resources outside of Miami. Like if we're all Hispanic, or if we're just all in Miami doing things the Miami way, you're never going to get unstuck. You have to learn how people are doing it in Minnesota. How are people doing it in New York? How are people doing it in Alabama? How are people doing it in Texas? How are people doing it in California? You want to learn different cultures so that you can appeal to a wide range of audience. Like there's never like there's never a wrong way to do it, I guess. Like, so you might as well find your groove, see what works for you. Like if what you're doing right now isn't working for you, maybe what's working for another audience in Alabama or in Georgia will. Okay, so I just sent that picture. So the oil blends, how I told you that this oil blend is patented to us, it is unique to us, no one else has it. This is the oil blend. So I'm also going to put this in the PowerPoint that I make with all the patented ingredients. This will be in there. But so it has refined grapeseed oil. This is feather light oil, super light. And it's full of antioxidants, which remember, antioxidants are the key to anti-aging. They eat up those free radicals, and free radicals are essentially what kill off your cells and make you age and die faster. So it absorbs quickly, and it moisturizes and nourishes the hair. Then we have sweet almond oil, which is rich in vitamin A, which vitamin A is known for moisture. We also have it in our Night Haven cream, vitamin A. So it's really, really, really good for moisturizing, and it's gonna protect and seal those strands, leaving them shiny, silky, and smooth, preventing that breakage. It also has mango seed butter, which protects against environmental elements. So the harsh pollutants that we have in our air, it's gonna be protected from that. We have pomegranate seed oil, which along with moisturizing and nourishing, it just helps it become stronger and more lustrous. And then raspberry seed oil is an amazing source of vitamin B, which helps not just maintain the health, but that elasticity, that strength that we need to prevent from damage. So that's the oil cream blend that we have in the shampoo and the conditioner. It's those 4 oils. And then again, the conditioner, straight, curly, wavy, coily hair. It contains UV absorber, the Crotasorb, to protect against color fade. It conditions and improves manageability. It has a plant-based silicone, which is what gives the silkiness and the slip. Because remember, drugstore products, they have cyclic silicones. Cyclic silicones are what are found in the gas lubricant. That is what literally is cancer causing. So ours is a plant-based silicone, and it's still gonna provide that silkiness, that slip, that easy to manage without the toxicity. And then of course it doesn't have Capixyl, but it has the Crotasorb, Procatalyne, Rejuvenique, and then the oils that I mentioned in the previous slide. So far, Katrina, do you have anything to add about those? No, pretty good?
No, I think you got it all.
Okay, cool. So curl defining cream. Curl defining cream can be applied 2 ways. If you apply it to wet hair, it's going to reduce your volume, it's going to tame it more. And if you apply it to towel dried hair, it's going to keep that volume that you want, a little more of a lion's mane. The curl defining cream is of course to define the curls, but it only can define those curls if it conditions them. So it is defining them, conditioning them, locking in that moisture. It leaves the curls soft. It doesn't have a crunchy feel. And some of the ingredients that we have, which again, I'm gonna put these in the PowerPoint, but it has Wave Max, which is a patented ingredient of ours, and it's a blend of linseed and chia seed oil. So linseed comes from flaxseed, it's inside flaxseed. So linseed and chia seed extracts, that's what's gonna provide the smoothing protective benefits that are gonna define the curls and give that anti-frizz technology. We have the CeraVeg 18, which is the vegetable-based keratin. And of course, keratin is always just for strength, resilience, frizz. Shea butter is for nourishing moisture. So our shea butter is also in our Night Haven cream. So you guys kind of pick up, like, see how our products all coincide. Like our Night Haven cream pretty much has all the same ingredients as Super Nourish or curling things because of the moisture, the hydration. And it just goes to show what we were saying, how these products or these ingredients, they're compatible with the skin and the scalp. So if we can put it on our hair, we can put it on our face. And then so the Babasu oil and the Maru seed butter help provide that manageability. Then we have the Restyle Instant Sculpting Taffy, which brings vitality to your curls. it does have, I don't even know honestly what it feels like because I've never used it, but it's supposed to sculpt it. It does have a little crunchier of a feel, right, Katrina? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the taffy, it leaves like a little bit of like a hardness, but I've noticed that if I like scrunch my curls after it's dry, it like basically like cracks away. So like it leaves them soft.
Okay.
So
What I
So I guess what
what
it means by that's what it means by pliable, I guess.
yeah.
yeah, what I think it is, since I use it for when I have like my curly hair days, um, if you rub it well enough, it won't leave such a hard result because you really do have to warm it up because it is a taffy. But once you warm it up, it becomes more creamy and it feels less like hard. It's more like I can still run my hands through it and it'll hold.
Yeah. I
You
love
just
that
need to
input.
warm it up.
I love that. And so kind of goes again into the technique sensitive. That's like my new favorite word, guys. Because remember, a lot of our products are essential oil based, and oil and water do not mix. So you want to shake your products prior, and then you also want to emulsify it in your hands. You want to warm it up. You want to like mix the oils with the water and also warm it up, activate it. So great ad. That's why it's so helpful also to have every product, guys. Like I essentially every flash sale I like budget and I try to get whatever few products that I don't have, not only to take pictures but also just to try. You want to try everything once. Like I would have never known that Super Nourish was like that oily until I literally did one wash and I had to wash my hair like 2 hours later. I was like, oh my God, like I've never experienced this in my life. But that just went to show, like now I understand the full capacity of it. And I can tell other people that, like when someone tells me that they have super dry hair, I know if I'm gonna go Super Nourish or not based on my experience. Of course, this is just going to amplify your hairstyle, continue with that definition. And what's nice is that it lasts all day long. So like it's going to last you 12, 16, 18 hours. Your hair isn't going to all of a sudden frizz up or your curls aren't just going to fall and straighten out. And it has our 4 patented ingredients. So oily scalp, we're actually almost done. We're going to start going into, we're going to do the color enhance, and then we're going to do styling products, and then we just have like the men's, pets, and kids, and then we're almost done. So probably like another 45 minutes. Oily scalp, we have the clarifying shampoo. So this is actually a great shampoo for someone who is just getting started because it's a very gentle shampoo, but it's deep cleansing. So it's going to help detox them. And not necessarily, when I say detox, I don't mean like having a horrible detox. I just mean detoxing from drugstore products like we all do. Or it's great for someone who uses a lot of styling products. So like I have a girl who she's like, she's a TV personality. She's on television shows pretty much all day, every day. And so she's using styling products daily, every day, and they're always different. So she's obsessed with the clarifying because she feels like it actually takes out all of the gel, the hairspray, the taffies, and all that stuff that she uses. I also recommend it to people. Like I've had a few people ask me that they're like, oh, like I want a shampoo for when I work out. And if my micellar shampoo, if it isn't available for the Only For You, I'll recommend them to do the clarifying, and they've loved it. I haven't heard anything negative about it. So this is great for a gentle but deep cleanse. And it removes the environmental toxins and any stubborn buildup that you have. So again, like we mentioned, like even with the skincare routine, I'm gonna keep bringing it back to skincare. When you have makeup on, you want to use the vanishing balm and then cleanse, and maybe even the berry scrub. Like you want to take it away multiple times because it is stubborn. Like how many times have you taken off your makeup but then patted with a white towel and then saw foundation? Like it's annoying. So same thing with our scalp. Styling products can also be stubborn. So this is great for that. It's going to lift away any mineral deposits from hard water. So if you guys remember from the training, we talked about hard water. It has those charged ions like fluoride, sodium, calcium. And those charged ions can not only react with the products with the ingredients in the bottle, causing a chemical reaction, possibly making the entire bottle dormant so it doesn't even do anything. And aside from reacting with the products in the bottle, it can also just damage your hair color, whether it's a natural color or like chemically dyed color. The hard water, all of those mineral deposits do affect it. It washes away the styling product buildup, and it helps rebalance the surface oils, bringing freshness to your hair, and it doesn't dry it out. It has 2 patented ingredients that are very unique to clarifying, which is the Suganate 160 and Cola Lipid BP, which I will put that in the PowerPoint and explain what it is for you guys. And then the other thing for oily scalp is the Champ Conditioning Dry Shampoo. It is a waterless shampoo that is meant to freshen hair, absorb oils, condition the scalp, and add volume. It adds the volume by contracting the erector pili muscle. It's very quick and convenient cleanse, leaves hair looking fresh. It smells clean. My boyfriend actually loves the way it smells. I don't know why. He can always tell when I've used it. He'll be like, did you do something different? And I'm like, no, bitch, my hair's dirty as fuck. Like, you're so weird. I don't know why he loves the smell. Maybe it's the sugar cane in it, honestly. So it has microfine rice starch that absorbs the oil. So the rice starch is what is absorbing the oil. Think about it literally with your phone in water, an iPhone putting it in rice to absorb the water. It's the exact same thing. So the rice starch is going to absorb the oils, and it's also what expands or contracts the erector pili muscle to provide the volume at the roots. And it does not have a whitening residue. It also has organic cane sugar or organic sugar cane alcohol, and that is what makes it dry so quickly. And it's also what provides the shine. And then, of course, it has Rejuvenique to give those vital nutrients, because remember, when we keep saying vital nutrients, essential nutrients, nourishment, what we're talking about is the essential oils, the carrot seed. Like, everyone knows carrots are good for you. Turmeric, ginger, coconut oil, like those are the nutrients we're talking about. I just keep reminding you guys because I don't want you to think they're just empty words on a PowerPoint. Like, they do have meaning. So next we have damage. So for damaged hair, we use Rejuva beads. Selectively targets and heals split ends. It doesn't just work with like the roots, it's more on the hair shaft. It's going to eliminate breakage and frizz, because again, when you're sealing those split ends, you're putting a layer of protection over your cuticles. So it's going to prevent future breakage, prevent frizz, any damage from friction. And it also helps improve color, which makes sense because if you have a ton of breakage and a ton of friction and frizz, you're not going to be able to see your color as well. And hair is just left stronger, flexible, more manageable, and resilient. Rejuva beads, their effects last 2 to 3 washes. So if someone is concerned, like, you can use it every wash if you please, it really doesn't matter. But if someone is concerned that they're wasting too much money on products or that their Rejuva beads keeps running out, maybe tell them like, hey, you don't have to use it every day. You don't have to use it every wash. You can use it every 3 washes. Like, I know people that use it every day and I don't think it works well. I recommend that they don't use it daily. I recommend you use it every wash or every other wash. But like, to put it on your dry hair, it's just gonna make your hair, like, it's gonna have buildup. You're just gonna have buildup and buildup if you're using our products. It doesn't matter how clean they are. Like, it's just common sense. It's a styling product, you know? So you don't wanna use it daily. The effects do last 2 to 3 washes. And that's another thing that I like to comment too, though, about the washes, because like our 30-second miracle fixer for the eye cream, like, that's fake. Like, it's a cover up. It's something that's very temporary. It's meant for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever. It lasts for like 6 hours or whatever, but like, it doesn't actually depuff everything. It's an illusion. It's a vasodilator, right? So same thing with these effects of the Rejuva beads. Like, people think that, okay, I'm going to put the Rejuva beads, it's going to mend it in 30 seconds, but then tomorrow I'm going to have the split ends again. It's not like the 30-second Miracle Eye Cream. It's like our Eye Smooth Cream, something that's a treatment that you put on daily and it continuously improves your hair time after time. That's how the Rejuva beads are. Your split ends aren't going to open up the next day. It's going to last 2 to 3 washes. It's meant to be a treatment because it's something long term that as you do it, you're going to have less split ends. You're going to have less breakage. And again, it does get the linseed from the flax and it has the chia seed extract. And the reason it has those ingredients is because of the antioxidants and the omega-3 fatty acids. Then we have nourishment. So we have the charcoal jelly hair mask, which has activated charcoal known to remove buildup. It has botanical oils for that hydration to improve your texture, your manageability, your shine. It's going to remove all that buildup. It's going to absorb the dirt, grime, impurities, any styling products that you have built up there. And it's going to give you a deep cleanse, but gently condition. So very, very similar to the clarifying shampoo. I like this as a reset. I did it once, and honestly, I'm probably going to do it again this weekend now that I reminded myself. I washed with the clarifying shampoo, intense repair conditioner, and then did the charcoal jelly hair mask. I loved it. I do use a conditioner with the charcoal jelly because I just feel like I need it, but very little amount. And again, it has coconut oil, meadowfoam seed oil, abyssinin oil, which is the like active ingredient in Rejuvenique oil. Like the oil that makes Rejuvenique oil is this abyssinian oil, and then it also has activated charcoal. Then we have the Super Moisture Mask, which promotes healthy and lustrous shine. It infuses it with natural oils, minerals, and vitamins. So it's a very nourishing product. It's going to leave your hair soft and silky. It makes it more responsive to styling because it's just so manageable and has that slip and that ease that it makes it easy to style. It has depleted your depleted amino acids are replenished, and that is what's going to improve the hair texture and manageability. And it's going to give just the moisture. It has the wheat amino acid complex, the sweet almond oil, macadamia oil, and Sensodyl Sil. And then lastly for nourishment is the Unknot Detangler, which is a lightweight formula. It detangles. I love this because I never considered my hair tangled, but anytime I would step outside in like the wind, my hair would get so tangled that I wouldn't even be able to, like how you just fix your hair like that. I couldn't even do that because my hands would get stuck right here. So it doesn't have to necessarily be that you have tangled hair out of the shower. It can just help for overall manageability. But what I love about this is just the nourishment, guys. Like this is a treatment. This is like a multivitamin for your hair. All of these products that are under nourishment, they're like multivitamins for your scalp. It protects against UV damage. It provides frizz control. It reduces static. It helps maintain moisture and shine. It strengthens and protects the hair from future breakage during brushing. So anyone that mentions damage, shedding, breakage, Unknot Detangler is amazing. And it also like preps the hair for optimal performance during styling. So again, just that manageability so that it is easier to style your hair. You know, I know for me personally, when I used to like iron my hair, it was so hard because I would get hair tangled in my hands while I was trying to put the iron. So it's helpful. And this can also be used on wet and dry hair. So I personally use this almost daily. I put it on my dry hair as well. And then it also has a ton of ingredients that are very unique to it. So I kind of put them here. We'll go over them later in the different PowerPoint, but it has Rejuva Soft, which is what gives that moisturized feeling to each fiber. And that's what allows it to be so manageable during styling. It has Fiber Rescue, which is that lipoprotein we keep mentioning. So I'm gonna add this to the other PowerPoint. Really quickly, let me get a show of hands. Do you guys want me to just create the PowerPoint of the patented ingredients and send it out? Or do you want to do a training like on Tuesday night for like 45 minutes? What do you think? You guys can put it in the chat or we can raise your hands. Who wants me to just send it out? Put your hands.
Just do a training on it.
Do a training. All right, Tuesday, keep it in your head. Let's do Tuesday, maybe 7:30, 9 o'clock. We'll see what works with everyone's schedule later, but keep it in mind for our patents and ingredients. Then the Lash and Brow Enhancing Serum. This is another one, just like the Intense Repair Treatment Spray, that had me shook at my own results. Like, it's crazy. Leaves your lashes and brows looking fuller, thicker, stronger, more flexible, shinier, and overall healthy. It's gonna hydrate also the skin by this brow line, which it's crazy that I had never read that until I was making this PowerPoint. But I used to use this other lash and brow serum prior to Monat that pretty much almost made me lose all my eyelashes. And I was peeling on my eyelids because of this. And like, that's just crazy. Like, these are my eyes. They're like the most sensitive part of my body. And I didn't almost almost lost all my eyelashes, and it was making me peel. So the fact that this hydrates the skin by the eyelash line, I thought was huge. And I never knew that until I was making this PowerPoint. So I love that. Because you may even get that. You may try and get some, like maybe someone replies to your story and they're like, oh my God, your lashes are so long. And you're like, thanks, it's this brow serum, whatever. And they're like, oh no, I hate those. They always dry me out. Now you have a comeback. Because I've actually gotten that. I got that like a year and a half ago and I never knew what to say. I was like, oh, that sucks. Sorry. You know, before I knew how to handle rebuttals. So then we have Capixyl, of course, to increase the hair density, thicken it, and promote that natural hair growth. And then we have the Fission Caraveg, which is our plant-based keratin. And so this is just going to improve the strength overall. You're supposed to also use this twice daily. So if someone tells you, hey, like, I don't feel like I'm getting the results that I expected or whatever, ask them, how often do you apply it? I had a girl tell me, she was like, I feel like it's not working as well as it is on you. And I asked her, how often are you using it? And she was like, once every 2 weeks. And I was like, girl, at least once a day. At least once a day if you want to see results. It's meant to be a 27-day treatment. You're supposed to do it for 27 days in a row and then stop for however amount of time you want. I typically stop for like 3 to 4 weeks and then repeat. So it is a treatment. And the reason you stop is because your eyelashes and your eyebrows, they do shed and you do have new hair growth. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever had eyelash extensions or you've gotten a lift and tint. You've probably noticed your new eyelashes growing in. Same thing here. So every like 25 days, your eyelashes like fall out and you grow new ones. So that's kind of why you want to do the treatment for the 27 days and then allow the effects to continue afterwards and then restart it once you get your new lashes grown in. Color toning. So this is super short because there's honestly not that much info on these products. It's pretty much just what makes, like, they don't have that much nourishment. So these products are not meant to be used by themselves because they do not have nourishment. They do not have our essential, like our 4 patents and ingredients, not in here at all. So they should not be used alone. They should be used interchanged. I always send a voice note to my clients and I tell them it's up to you. It's up to your preference. You can either do, okay, on Monday, I'm gonna wash with my color enhancing products, use my styling products after the shower, and then on Thursday, I'll wash with my Intense Repair or with my smoothing. Or you can just do one wash on the same day for each. So like when I use my Brilliant Brunette, I do 1 wash Brilliant Brunette, 1 wash IRT, 1 wash Brilliant Brunette, 1 wash IRT. So I technically wash 4 times with the shampoo and the conditioner. So like I'll use both conditioners and then I just do my 2 shampoo washes with each shampoo. But so I let people know it's up to them. I love to make it a discussion. I love to give people options. You know, if I'm debating 2 hair masks, I love to send them both product info sheets and ask them which one they want. For the Only For You, I love to ask them which one they want. Make it a conversation, make it fun. Remember, people are still transitioning to a virtual life, a virtual world, and people like to like window shop. They like to have options. So the more we provide that experience for them, it's gonna build trust, it's gonna build a friendship and a connection, and it's also just gonna make them feel like they have a little bit more control over their hair products. We are placing their orders for them. We do give them the hair quiz and basically tell them what they're buying. So to give them a little bit of that freedom, I think goes a long way and shows a lot about your character and just your customer service, the time that you're willing to take on them. So for the Perfectly Platinum, this is to revitalize your brilliance and say goodbye to brassy tones. So when you're saying goodbye to brassy tones, you're saying hello to silver and platinum. So this is like very Khaleesi, silvery blonde hair. It is a special formulated complex of phytopigments, and the phytopigments are from lavender, mallow, and violet flowers, which are all literally just purple flowers. So for if anyone ever says that's like weird, let them know that like the first 2,000 years of human history, that's how we used everything to dye. If you had, like when Jesus had a purple robe, it was dyed with lavender and violet. So if people think that's weird or give you any pushback, which they shouldn't, just let them know like that is how the human race has been dyeing things purple like their whole life. And again, they're gonna promote those silver hues. It also has Crotasorb, and that's about it. So Crotasorb to absorb the UV rays, and of course that's because the UV rays don't just damage the DNA in your cells, they also affect your color. It's one of the leading causes of brassiness in platinum blondes is either the hard water, the charged ions in the hard water, which is why all of our products are filtered using reverse osmosis so that we do not have those charged ions, and from UV damage. So our products are doing the most to ensure that you do not get those brassy tones. Then we have our conditioner, which I literally just put same because it has pretty much everything the same. The only difference is that it does have the Sensoville Sil, the Maru butter, and that's it. It has the exact same coloration. So this is not just for hydration, it is for coloration, color enhanced. So it has the lavender, the violet, as cornflower, and stuff like that. Then we have the Brilliant Blonde, which this is supposed to give you those warm golden tones. So this is more like a Paris Hilton, Hilary Duff blonde. It enhances the blonde and the golden hues. And what they use to color is chamomile extract, marigold extract, and crocus, which I have no idea what crocus is, but I do know that marigold and chamomile are lovely. And it also has the Crotasorb. And then for the conditioner, it's the same. It has the same things coloring it, the crocus, the chamomile, and the marigold, but then it also has the Sensoville and the Maru seed butter, which that is just conditioning. Those are conditioning agents that we use. So that's why the shampoos don't have it, but the conditioners do. But notice how there's literally nothing else, guys. Like it's literally just color enhancement. It is nothing else. So they need to use other products in addition to these. And then the Beautiful Brunette. These are to enhance the brown and honey hues. They use the phytopigments with walnuts and horse chestnuts. So those are just very brown nuts that have like that caramel color. And so it's gonna bring out those honey and those honey and the caramel brown hues from your hair. And then of course the conditioner just has the Crotasorb, Sensoville, and Maru seed butter. Okay, we're going into styling, so we're almost done. I'm so excited. So air dry styling. Really quickly, does anyone have questions? Everyone's good? Awesome. Okay. So we have our air dry styling. We have two products for that. We have our air dry cream. Oh wait, hold on. I think we got questions. Okay, just kidding. So we have the air dry cream, which this is a leave-in treatment. It's very lightweight, it's airy, and it's meant for heat-free styling, heatless styling. So it's going to improve your texture and your frizz. It's gonna make your hair shiny, smooth, silky. It won't weigh your hair down, and it's supposed to tame frizz and flyaways. It has active shine from some Amazon fruit, and that's what gives you that shiny, silky look, and the Sensoville and the Wave Max. It doesn't have that much nourishment in it, which is why I do kind of favor the Restore Leave-In Conditioner over this, because they're essentially the same product, just Restore Leave-In has a lot of nourishment. But perhaps when like someone says that shine really matters to them, air dry cream is a little bit of a better route to go. Like that's kind of the only thing that I feel like it has that Restore leave-in conditioner doesn't. So when someone says shine, you're thinking smoothing shampoo and conditioner, you're thinking air dry cream. And then the next, hold on, where is this? The next product we have for air dry styling is the Tousle Texturizing Mist. This has a variety of textures depending on how you style it, but it is non-sticky and it's supposed to also help define your layers. So if you have multiple layers and you want that tousled look, that beachy look, this is great. I personally use the Tousle Texturizing Mist. It's supposed to come out as a mist, but I feel like it doesn't actually spray out. So I actually kind of pour it into my palm and apply it. But what I love about it is super lightweight, like 10 times more lightweight than the air dry cream. I love using this at the beach actually. When I go to vacation, pretty much the Unknot Detangler, Restore Leave-In, and Tousle Texturizing are like amazing. And maybe the double action hydration serum. So doing like a beach post now that summer's coming up with like your go-to products for the beach and then explaining why is like amazing. That's actually the post that hooked me to reach out to my upline and ask about the vegan shampoo and conditioner. Was she did a post about summer and I was like, oh my God, like I'm always in the sun. Like I spend almost every day all outdoors. So it really, you'd be surprised who it resonates with. But it adds volume. It is long lasting. So again, like if you put it in today, it's going to last you your second day hair, your third day hair. It's not something you have to reapply very often. It has Capixo, Procatalyl, Crotasorb, and then the plant-based keratin and the sugarcane alcohol. The sugarcane alcohol is what makes it dry so quickly. So actually, that's another thing. I feel like my hair dries a lot faster with the Tousle Texturizing Mist than it does with the Restore Leave-In or the air dry cream. So this is very fast, air dried look. And then we have blow dry styling. So I want to just reiterate this really quickly. I'm going to touch base with it at the ends with the chart. But blow dry styling is going to have more than just the blowout cream and the thermal heat protectant, because we have products that are heat activated. So very technique sensitive. They need heat to work. So I think a few of you guys are going to have your mind blown with the products that are in this category. So just keep in mind that all of these are for blow drying. All of these products, blow drying, like not an optional thing. They have to use heat with them to activate the ingredients. So the first, of course, is the blowout cream. This is a luxury blowout in a bottle. It reduces your blowout time pretty much in half. It contains a plant-based silicone alternative. It has an anti-static effect. It's meant for low to medium heat. So anything under 300 or 350 is great for this. And then once you go up, you want to use the thermal heat protectant as well. You want to combine them. It doesn't weigh down your hair. It won't make it feel greasy as long as you use the right amount, because my hair feels extremely weighed down and extremely greasy if I put a nickel or a quarter size. Like I need to put a pea to a dime sized amount in order for it to work for me. I don't know if that's everyone. I know I have thin hair, so that's how it is for me. And it's not just gonna cut your blow dry time in half, it's also gonna prolong the life of your blow dry. So Katrina is a perfect example because she has super curly hair. The other day she flat ironed and blow dried her hair, and like girls with curly hair, the next thing when you wake up, your hair at the roots is already like curling and going back to normal. And Katrina, like, please share your experience. What was it like prior versus now?
Yeah, well, first, before, it would take at least an hour to blow dry my hair, usually more. This cut that to 30 minutes. And then it also lasted longer. Like, I think it lasted me like a week with my hair straight. I was dying to wash it because I like my curls, but like I wanted to like kind of push through it. But it lasted like a week, and I did not have to. I think I only touched up like the day after, because I was in humidity like all day. So I did get a little curly, but after that, like I did not have to touch up. It stayed like pin straight. I was mind blown.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't have curly hair, but I get the worst bedhead because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm like obsessed with heat. Like I have heaters on in my room. I love my hot yoga. I sleep with two long sleeves and two blankets every night, pretty much since I was born. Two long sleeves, two blankets, and a heater in my room every night. I love to sweat. But when you sweat, you get really bad bedhead. Guys, the blowout cream, I literally don't have bedhead at all when I use it. It's crazy. And yes, my family does think that I am a demon that was born from Satan since I love to be that hot. They literally call me Satan's daughter sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I love to sleep in the hot, in the heat. But anyways, it just like it prolongs your blow dry a lot. And then it has Dermafeel Sensolve, which is a silicone alternative, and that is what provides the long-lasting effects of it and that satiny, silky smooth texture, I guess. Then we have the Thermal Protect Styling Shield, which has a patented ingredient called Thermagard 450, and that is because it can protect up to 450 degrees. And it also protects against UV damage and any moisture loss. It has that natural silicone alternative to make that slip and that manageability, reducing any friction while styling. And it's non-sticky. It doesn't really have a texture, like it won't make your hair hard or anything like that. And what did I want to add about this? Oh, so hair burns at the same temperature as paper, which is 300 degrees, which is why the blowout cream should only be used for like 250 to 400 degrees or whatever, 425. But after that, like you should really be I use the thermal heat protectant anytime I'm going over 300, because even though it protects up to 450, you want to use it prior, because why even just like expose yourself to that damage? Literally, the reason that heat products have gotten so much higher, like my mom is like, when I was young, irons did not go to 450 degrees. They were capped at 300. But the problem is that as people continue to use drugstore products, they continue to laminate their hair with all these silicones, these waxes, these parabens. So you're no longer applying heat to hair that burns at 300 degrees. You're applying heat to synthetic chemicals that burn at 450 degrees. So that's why the heat has gone up so much in our appliances. So we want to educate our followers about that too. That's a great way to talk about Monat without talking about Monat. Like you literally don't have to mention Monat at all, and just educate about the dangers of using heat or like the history of heat. That's a 5-minute live. Like lives, guys, lives do not have to be an hour. They don't have to be 45 minutes. All my lives are under 15 minutes, and like trust me, they get me clients. So take the initiative to always talk about something different, or even talk about the same thing over and over again. Yesterday, some girl asked me if I actually use the products daily, and I was like, how am I still getting asked this? Like I use them 7 to 12 times a day. Like, so the more you talk about it, the more you're going to get engagement. So now the Moxie Magnifying Mousse. This has to be used with heat, guys. This is a heat activated product. So it's going to condition the hair, but also hold it in the style. So it's going to add volume. It doesn't have any stickiness or crunchiness. It's going to make your hair look fuller. So anyone who says they want like a lot of volume, but they want to air dry their hair, you probably want to put them on Revive and Revitalize with the Moxie Mousse. It's great for just volume and magnifying that range, I guess, of your hair. It has Crotasorb to protect against UV rays. So again, like just all of our products are really about scalp health. It has Rejuvenique, it has Capixyl, it has Procatalyst. So it has all 4 of our patented ingredients, and it's honestly ideal for all hair types. Then we have our Reshape Root Lifter. This needs to be applied with heat as well. So I typically, if I'm putting it on after the shower, I'll put it on my roots and then use the Revlon brush. Or if I actually wake up with really bad bedhead, I'll part my hair like this and I'll spray the Reshape Root Lifter all on the bottom of my scalp, and then I'll blow dry it down and like a blow dried inside and on the top down, and it works so well with air dried hair. So this needs heat, but you can either use like a blow dryer or the Revlon brush. It doesn't really matter. And it's gonna enhance volume at the roots. So like my mom loves volume. Like she's like a product of the 80s. She loves it, loves it, loves it. And she uses the Revlon brush with this spray. And when I tell you, the first day she used it, she had 6 coworkers. She loves to brag about this. She had 6 coworkers say like, "Oh my God, what did you do to your hair? It looks like you got a blowout." So definitely if someone tells you that they want more volume, our volumizing line, the Moxie Mousse, this reshaped root lifter, and then, you know, if someone tells you, "Hey, I don't feel like I'm getting, you know, the root lift that this product is supposed to," ask them, are you applying heat? And if they are applying heat, how? Are they putting it, like, are they blow drying their hair with the heat this way to smooth it out? Or are they, you know, going like this or using a Revlon brush to oomph it up? Oomph is like the only thing I have for volume. I don't know how to describe volume, but it also is going to extend the life of your hair color and increase that shine. It's going to boost your neural hair growth close to the hair follicle and reduce the thinning as well. It has the Capixyl. Then we have the thickening spray. Thickening spray is also heat activated. So it's going to add just extra body and bounce and volume to your hair. It is very flexible, so it's not going to have a crunchy feeling either. And it's used for damp hair prior to blow drying. And it doesn't have Rejuvenique, but it does have the Capixyl, Procatalynt, and Crotazorb. And we are almost done, guys. We have our finishing products now. So these are after you've used your shampoo, after you've used your conditioner, your hair mask, your air dry styling products, after everything, this is what you're going to use to finish, which they have Rejuvenique oil as a finishing product, which I use it like after a haircut. Oh my God, if you put Rejuvenique oil, like, you feel like a virgin. Like, I feel like I was just born, like, and my hair has never seen the light of day. It's amazing. But I didn't put Rejuvenique oil in the finishing section because I put it way in the beginning and I don't want to repeat it. So I'm going to put hairspray. I find these super helpful because we have 3 hairsprays and I don't understand the difference. So these slides are super helpful for me. So for the Refinish Control hairspray, this is for movable styles. So like something that I have right now, this is my air dried curls, but maybe I don't want my curls to to fall. Putting this hairspray is great because it allows like that movable feel. It's not going to be some stiff, like hard gunk of hair. It adds volume as well. It has Rejuvenique for those nutrients and to make sure your hair doesn't get dried out. It's conditioned. It's a very fine mist and it offers texture, volume, and natural shine. And again, it doesn't have any buildup or residue. And also, so like it doesn't have that like hard texture when you use one spray. But if you would like firmness in your hair, they say to just layer it 2 to 3 times and you will get that firmness if that's what you're looking for. Like maybe you're doing a sleek back bun. Maybe you're going to a wedding, you have a beautiful dress with a beautiful neckline that you want to show off and you want to do a sleek back look. Put 2 layers of the hairspray, and maybe you're doing a bun and you want to put the bun nice and crispy so that you don't get any flyaways during the event. Then you would want to put more and more layers of the hairspray. But if you're just having it down, you want it to be, you know, fun and have that body and that bounce, then 1 spray is enough, or 1 layer is enough. Then we have our strong Flexi Hold hairspray, and this is super strong and it is supposed to hold the shape memory. So that is where it's like not so movable. This is where you want like something really stiff. So I think of cheerleaders and dancers and just like performers in general, they need something that is going to stay and like keep the integrity of the hairstyle throughout all of their movements. So this is like, I have actually have like a mom who she has 3 girls that are all cheerleaders and she buys this like almost monthly. Like it is so funny. So So this is great. It also has that 24-hour control. So I know when I was a cheerleader, there were a bunch of hairsprays that like eventually just flake off and your hair is soft again. This won't do that. It'll actually keep the integrity of the product. And it has an adjustable nozzle. So this adjustable nozzle is so that you can put the setting. It can either be a fine mist or like a strong like squirt, kind of like Windex. Windex has like multiple settings on their nozzles. Same thing. So this is the only product we have with an adjustable nozzle like that. And then we have our dry texturizing spray. This is very soft. It's supposed to be barely there is what they call it. And it doesn't have any buildup, no residue, but it's supposed to lift your hair, give it that fullness, give it volume. So when people want those beachy waves and those lion manes, like this is what you want to use. It kind of gives that tousled, full look, very windblown beach waves. It's touchable, it's brushable, so you can brush through this spray and it'll be fine. It dries instantly, and it's really good for those like undone styles. So even if you're like doing an updo, but you want it to be like very whimsical and like loose, this is a great styling product for that. Okay, now all we have left is men's, kids, and pet. That is it. So super short. Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to add? Perfect. Okay, so it looks like we'll be wrapping up in about 15 minutes. So for men, we have the black 2-in-1 shampoo. People always freak out when I recommend this. Girls, they're always like, wait, you know it says men's, right? And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I promise it's for everyone. It just like initially came out for men, but then they realized that there was such a need for it that like we do pair it with females. I always pair this with a conditioner. It's super drying, guys. Even if someone likes it their first month, I promise by month 3, they're going to be like, Alex, my scalp is peeling. It's dry. It's itchy. Like, so you want to pair it with the conditioner. For guys, like if they have a super oily scalp, I do the junior line, or if they really have hair thinning, then I'll put it with the intense repair or the volume, depending on what they want. But those are pretty much the only conditioners I pair it with. It's ideal for super oily scalp, anyone who washes daily, anyone with dandruff, psoriasis, eczema. I do want to clarify, so we do have on the Google Drive a compliance folder with those big red sirens. You cannot make medical claims. So you cannot say, this was invented to cure dandruff. This was invented to cure psoriasis. But you can say helps treat psoriasis, or helps reduce the effects of eczema. So you can say that, but you can't make a medical claim because we are not doctors and these are not medical products. Like they're not medical treatment, I guess. What else? It is a 2-in-1 system, so it does cleanse and condition at the same time. But again, it is for super oily hair, so it does dry it out. And it boosts natural hair growth and it improves the follicle strength as well. So anyone that has hair thinning, really black IRT or the volume are like amazing for boosting. Actually, not even the volume, the Renew. Renew, black, and IRT are the best for thinning hair growth. Then we have the cream shave, which is it's supposed to leave the skin smooth and sleek, but it's really just to soothe the skin while you're shaving. You don't want any razor burns. You don't want to get cut. So it's smooth. It's supposed to moisturize it, not really make your skin feel greasy. It's not going to have like an after feeling that you just had something on your face. And it has aloe leaf to actually soothe and cool the skin from any razor burns. And then we have the aftershave and moisturizer. So this is super velvety in material. I love the aftershave. I personally use it for my legs and for like my womanhood area. So it's amazing for like ingrown hairs, any itchiness that you get. It's just really going to provide hydration there and that moisture that you need to avoid any irritation or any burning sensation. And again, like its main goal is to reduce ingrown hairs and reduce razor bumps. and any itchiness that you may experience after a recent shave. So like, this is another thing I take on any tropical vacation, because everyone knows if you shave and then like go into the ocean the same day, it's going to burn, it's going to irritate. This is amazing, guys. I'm not even kidding. Like, I love it. It has the Rejuvenique with the aloe leaf again to cool and soothe, but then it also has Vital ET and kelp extract, which I wrote down here what the heck that was for. So Vital ET is a phosphate derivative of vitamin E, and it helps protect against signs of skin irritation and inflammation, and reduces signs of aging and environmental stress. So I actually love that, because I feel like a lot of men start to get a lot of like wrinkles around their mouth area. So maybe that's why, because of the shaving and like cooling of the skin. But so this is to help with irritation and inflammation, and then it has kelp extract to soothe and hydrate the skin afterwards. So pretty much the kelp and the aloe, very oceany plants, those are to help soothe and cool it from any irritation and hydrate it. And then the Vital ET is to just prevent any irritation or inflammation. Okay, then we have the Black Groom Styling Clay. It's versatile. It's for a variety of textured looks. So this is, again, depending on how much you apply, will depend on how soft or how hard it is. It's lightweight, it's pliable, meaning that like once you put it, it's not like hairspray that like once you spray it, like, oops, it's kind of stuck there. Like you can mold it, you can move it around. It's gonna make your hair look thicker. It has a matte finish, so not a glossy finish. If they want the glossy finish, the Flexi Hold Gel is a little better for that. So like my dad likes the glossy finish, so he uses the gel, not the clay. And then it actually, so it has our 4 patented ingredients plus Kester wax. And Kester is an ester, which anyone who's taken Orgo knows about esters, but it's a non-animal derived ester. And it's basically just meant to help grip the hair and lock in that style, whatever position you put your hair in. And then we have the Blackbeard oil. This is for moisture, softness. It's designed for all facial hair. So like if they have sideburns, if they have like the little chin strap, if they have a mustache, if they have a goatee, it's for all of it. Like it's not just for beards, it's not just for mustaches, it's for all facial hair. It's gonna tame it. So if they have like really unruly flyaways, this is great to tame it. And it has carrot root extract, avocado oil, argan oil, olive oil, and rosemary oil. Our argan oil is an organic argan oil. So argan is a seed. It is something that actually exists. But the thing is that the argan oil that are in drugstore products are synthetically made. They don't come from the seed. And the reason you know is because it says argan oil and it doesn't say argan oil seed extract. That's the difference. Or it doesn't say like organic argan oil. So that's when you can tell if it's synthetically made versus actually extracted from the plant, which is very hard to do. It's very exotic, so it's not very easily accessible. And we do ethically source all of these oils. So the rosemary, the olive oil, avocado, everything is ethically sourced by Monat. And I personally was under the impression that it helped with hair growth on the beard, but I didn't see that on the info sheet. Does anyone know anything about that? Nope. All right, I'll try and do more research because I always thought it helped with hair growth, so we'll see.
I actually, sorry to cut you off. I actually wanted to ask about that because I was thinking, I don't know if this is crazy, but like for, let's say like men who have like patches and they want to fill in like spots or whatever. What do you think about like the IRT spray or like the lash serum to put on your skin? Like would that react to the skin? What do you think? I don't know.
So someone actually asked that question at Monations and they said like a hard no. They were like, no, that's unacceptable. It's not what it's made for. It's only for the scalp. However, I don't know if that was just a liability thing because
yeah,
they promote that all of our ingredients are compatible with the scalp and the skin. And
that's
half of our
because my boyfriend has like spots. So I was like, I kind of want to experiment on him.
Yeah, I mean, half of the ingredients that are in our hair products are also in our skincare products, like the Maru butter, the Abyssin oil, like all of that. So if you want to experiment on him, I would, or even maybe try looking on Instagram and like look for
Like I get not
IRT.
promoting it like that. I totally understand that, but like, you know, behind the scenes work.
Yeah, so like our after cream shave. Everyone says our after cream shave, the ingredients actually repel mosquitoes. So we also asked about that at Monations, and they were like, that's not what it's for. But that's the same thing with the Junior Detangler. The Junior Detangler is not for makeup removing, but you know what? It's the only thing that doesn't irritate my eyes. So, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of up to you. It's not something we should be promoting. But if you want to experiment, by
I
all
totally
means,
will.
take some pictures.
Okay. And I love that you said about
Um,
the aftershave because I like mosquitoes eat me alive. So I'm gonna try that out.
Yeah, so it's actually crazy, guys. If you have someone that's really skeptical that you're close to, like maybe your dad, maybe your boyfriend, maybe your brother, mosquito bite, like my boyfriend has always supported my business 100%. He's my biggest fan. He stayed up with me all night while I was finishing my PowerPoint and like was making me juice that had the coffee bean and like everything. He's amazing. But he was so skeptical about Monat products, mainly because he had suffered with dandruff and psoriasis his whole life. And he felt like nothing would take it away. He's like, I've been dealing with this for 20 years. I've tried everything. Nothing's going to work. But he's also extremely allergic to mosquitoes. And one time when we were on a tropical vacation, he got bit up like, oh my God, his entire leg, his entire back, his arms were all bit by mosquitoes. And I put the Rejuvenique oil and the after cream shave, and he literally signed up as my VIP the next day. He was like, wow, babe, these products are amazing. So I always tell people that, like, fine, you don't care about hair, try our skincare products, or everyone can use the Rejuvenique oil. So, like, just because someone's bald doesn't mean they can't become your client. So really try to think outside of the box. I think mosquito bites is like huge because a lot of people are allergic to mosquito bites. And that personally got me one of my VIPs, someone who was super skeptical. So you never know. And that's also why I found it so important to do this training, because like I said, we get so stuck with the products that we personally use that then, like, literally, like when I first joined, I would only go live about the smoothing shampoo and conditioner, the air dry cream, and the blowout cream. 4 products for like 6 months. How boring. Like, I can't believe I even like sustained a business doing that. So the more you talk about our products, the wider of an audience you're gonna reach. So let's wrap it up. Kids products, the Junior Gentle shampoo. It's gentle, it's non-irritating, but that does not mean it is tear-free. We do not promote that we are like tear-free, like how Johnson & Johnson kids are, which Johnson & Johnson, when I was a kid, still made my eyes cry and red. So I don't even believe in tear-free. But again, it is, well, okay, just kidding. It does say it's tear, sulfate, and paraben free. Just kidding. Apparently it is, but I don't like to say that. It is dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested, which this is huge because only our skincare is dermatologist and ophthalmologist approved. None of our hair care is ophthalmologist approved, except like they're all approved for dermatology. The only one that is approved for ophthalmology is for our kids. Because obviously kids just, they have smaller faces, they are messier, and we don't want anything to run into their eyes. So that actually does make sense that it's tear free. I missed that. And this is great for just kids who are love to play outside and do have that sun exposure, because then it does have all the nutrients that they need. And then the conditioner is meant to make it soft, manageable, and shiny. It helps tame frizz and flyaways, which I know Stormy loves using this conditioner on her twin boys because they wake up with the craziest bedhead. My cousin also uses it on my nephew, and it really has made his hair a lot more manageable. He had like really weird hair. I don't know. It was like very kinky, and now it's very smooth and manageable. And the ingredients that it has is olive oil, rose hips oil, green tea, chamomile, and glycerin. The glycerin is to help, so like how it mentioned kids that play outside, the glycerin is to help absorb some of the oils, but it's not as harsh as like the rice starch that we have in our adult products. And someone had asked about what age is it okay to start switching from the junior to the regular. Age 9. Age 9, you start to be good. So once they're like in 5th grade, I think is when it is. And then we have the detangler. The detangler is to give that slip and that manageability to your hair so that you can not have knots or tangles. It's also great for adults, but now we have our own adult detangler that has a lot more nourishment and nutrients for us. So I recommend we all start going there. So like I still use the gentle detangler to remove my eye makeup before I use the vanishing balm personally, but then I'm no longer using it as a detangler. I use the adult detangler. But again, that's me personally. You guys can do whatever you want. And again, it is ophthalmologist and dermatologist approved. And then we have our pet line. So our pet line is to gently and effectively cleanse the dirt, grime, and oils from our dogs. It softens and smooths their coats. It leaves them shiny, velvety, and manageable. It's to moisturize and soothe their coat. So this is actually amazing. Who I really saw a change on that I have to post the picture is my cousin. He has a Labradoodle, and the curls after using the Monat Pet came out like, it looked like we put the curl defining cream on him. Like it came out so good. His name is Woodford, my cousin's dog. So it really does soften and smooth their coat. And it smells positively amazing with gardenia scent. And it's actually tested on humans, loved by dogs. So all of our products are tested by humans, including our pet line. A lot of people don't know that most of our trials when Monat was first getting started were used on cancer patients. I'm not sure about like Supernourish. Like I don't think they used cancer patients for Supernourish, but I know that like our OG shampoos like Renew, Revive, and Intense Repair were tested on cancer patients, and then the Monat Pet, Supernourish were just tested on regular humans. So yeah, very interesting, something to be proud about, something to talk about. And then the deodorizing spray. I really get annoyed, honestly, when people buy the shampoo without the spray, because I feel like you need both. Personally, my dog, she reeks, even if she just goes out to the mailbox for a second. She walks out with me to the mailbox, we walk back in, and she reeks. The shampoo keeps that from happening for about 3 to 4 days. This is for my dog personally. Stops that from happening. I don't have to apply any spray, any perfume. She just smells like gardenia for 4 days straight, no matter what. After the 4th day is where, after I go out with her, she'll start to smell a little, and I just put that deodorizing spray, and I swear for 24 hours she's good, even if I walk her within those 24 hours. So I love the deodorizing spray. I do feel like it is essential to the pet line, and it's also cheaper when you buy it together. Like it's just a no-brainer. Again, tested on humans, safe for all dog types, all fur length. And it is a pH balancing formula, and it's fast acting. So like it's supposed to take out the odor pretty much immediately. And that's pretty much it with our products. But now I just have 2 more slides, this one and one more. These are in the Google Drive. But it's a product layering sheet. So I kind of put the PowerPoint in the order of the layering as well. But essentially, shampoo first, right? Unless you're restructuring. Shampoo first, conditioner. You're going to skip the conditioner if you're doing a mask. And then we have the order of our styling products. So you can see here that the first step is always to prep. You want to prep your hair. So Frizz Fix, Rejuva Beads, Double Action Hydrating Serum, Intense Repair Treatment, and the Detangler and the Interforce Restructuring Serum, those are prep products. So that makes sense. Like for me personally, last night when I washed my hair, the first thing I used was the Intense Repair Treatment Spray, the Knot Detangler, and the Smoothing Primer. And then I put the Restore Leave-In and I was done. Then step 2, styling. It specifically tells you here what is heat activated. So the thickening spray, Reshape Root Lifter, Moxie Mousse, you need to activate with a blow dry. If you want further instructions, you can go to the product info sheet and look at like the specific instructions for that product. It tells you, so like the clays, the taffies, the creams, and any thermal protection should all be in the styling step 2. And then step 3 is the finishing product. So like I mentioned, those 3 hairsprays that we have, and the Rejuvenique oils, and any dry shampoo. Like that is what is perfect for for the last step, for styling. So on the left, it's for clean towel dried hair right after the shower, and on the right, it's for second day or third day hair. And it's pretty much the same stuff, but I have it on the Monat Google Drive. It is under resource library, and then it's called product layering guide. So you guys all have access to it. And then the next page is just the hair mask, because I know we have a lot of hair masks. I sent this on the WhatsApp already twice in the last week. So if you haven't saved it, go back in your chat history and save it, or ask me and I'll send it again. But so it just breaks it down: the super moisture mask, the replenish, the heavenly hydrating, the charcoal jelly. And I love it because I really do tend to really get confused, or like, I guess, get torn between super moisture and heavenly hydrating. I really get torn between those two. And then the replenish and the restructuring mask, I really get torn between those. So whenever I read this, it instantly tells me like, okay, no, it's this one. So I love, love, love this info sheet. And this is again from the Monat website. So other than that, that is the entire training. We did it in exactly 2 hours, so I am so proud of us. Let me read through some of the comments really quickly. Bryce's beard filled in again, which that's what I thought I noticed in your pictures. My BF dad watches it with black, but when it falls off his head onto his facial hair, he noticed it's thicker. I like that. Okay. So very interesting. Let me hear some feedback. What do you guys think? How do you feel?
That was cool.
I loved it. I feel so much better about all the products actually. And actually the little things I didn't know. The eyelash serum stuff. I didn't know that's a treatment. That's something new for me. So
yeah, to only wear for 3 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's enough.
But I don't have it. So I just now need to
Me
tell
neither.
them I do have it.
I don't. Oh,
Yeah, I'm glad. And I mean, honestly, when I was putting together this presentation, I was like, why don't I experiment with my hair more? Like, we have such amazing products, and like, they're seriously second to none. They put so much thought into them. And that's another thing that I love, is that when I joined, I think we only had 50 products. So that means we've released 20 products in the last year and a half. Really, really like specific to what people ask for. They really take client feedback into account. It reminds me of Apple a lot. Like, Apple's always doing those iOS updates, and they're always changing things that people like complain about on Twitter, or like, I guess they hear us talking. So like, Monat is the exact same way. So I love that they're always customizing to people, and just like, they never stop. So yeah, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys can maybe start doing like a product spotlight, maybe every other day. You just highlight one product, you post a really cute picture of it, then you post the, really quick bullet points of the features and the science, and then you post like 5 testimonials, like before and after pictures, or a text message of someone saying, oh my God, this taffy is the best, whatever. It's a great way to post and like just increase your engagement.
Yeah, I've actually been doing that like once a week. I mean, I've missed a couple weeks by accident, but yeah. And like, I feel like it just helps get the knowledge out on like what would work best for specific people.
Well, it's crazy because Nicola tagged me in one for IRT spray. And so then I ended up spamming my Instagram and like putting a bunch of IRT spray before and afters and some testimonials that I had gotten. And not only did I close a VIP that day for IRT, but then I had my sister's sister-in-law, who had literally known that I do Monat for a year and a half and never purchased from me. She reached out to me over text the next day, and she was like, hey, I haven't been able to stop thinking about your spray that you posted about. she was like, look at this picture of me, and it was a picture of her in the sun with her hair in a ponytail and literally just like bald spots right here where her baby hairs are. Bald spots that I used to have too. And she was like, I really want the spray. So you'd be surprised, guys. The day you plant the seed will not always be the day you eat the fruit. Like, she texted me the next day that she hasn't been able to stop thinking about it. But other people may text me in a week and say, hey, I haven't been able to stop thinking about your post, or hey, I just saved up the money and I really want that spray you talked about. So every day counts, guys. Just because you don't get results that day does not mean that you will not yield them. So I promise consistency and education are like the keys to success. And enjoy the ride. Like, my favorite quote that I stole from Monations last year from Les Brown is I forgot it. The who you become in pursuit of the accomplishment is way more important than the accomplishment itself. Like, and I can say, like, that is what fuels me every day. That is what makes me so consistent, is because I could give a shit about my title. I could give a shit about how much money I'm making. What I care about is that I'm having fun. What I care about is that I'm helping others and that I'm personally developing. Like, every day I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Every day I'm growing into a better leader. Like, I was not born a good leader. You guys helped me grow. You guys helped me become a leader. Like, I'm learning every day with you guys. So I think that just putting yourself out of your comfort zone and enjoying the ride takes the stress out of this job. Like, this should not be stressful. It should be fun. It should be engaging. So really just run with it, become passionate about it, find what works for you. Like, maybe if you don't care about the science, you love taking pictures of the product, so take time more to do that and whatnot. But I love you guys all. I'm not going to take up any more of your Saturday. Thank you so much for watching this call. It means a lot to me, because if I only had 2 cats on here, I'd be super sad. So thank you. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope we get some sales in with this information. I really hope it helps you guys.